Hello student, today we are going to cover a very important and interesting topic of communication skill. We communicate to convey our message orally or maybe through writing. So one of the very interesting and very easy writing skills is notice writing. So today we are going to cover notice writing. Now as you enter in the school or go to any office, what did you notice generally? That is, you notice certain display boards, and on that display board you notice certain notices or information displayed. What for those notices or display are there? Only for conveying certain message or information. So motto is to convey the information. It may be about the event, it may be about certain happenings, it may be the event which happened or the event which is going to be there. So here students, today we will cover notice writing. What is actually notice? You can see here, a notice is written or printed information that can be in the form of official statement of public importance or a warning in advance. Now why notices are given? Because that information is highly important and it can be sometimes warning also. So since a notice is primarily meant to inform a large number of people, it must be clear and brief. It is a very important form of written communication used by individuals, organizations, or institutions. So certainly there are certain main purposes to write the notice. What are those purposes? I have written here, you can see, provide information regarding an important event that is about to happen or has happened. As I already told you, students, that what is the purpose of the notice? That is to provide information. The event which is going to be there or which is already happened. Second purpose is, it can be public display of information, either in the newspapers, on specific display boards for others to know and follow, to announce births or deaths, to announce occasions like inaugurations, to make appeals or extend invitations. These all are purposes of writing notices. Now there are so many types of notices. Particularly some types of notice I have written here. You can see notice for meeting, notice for events like competition, celebration, annual sports, cultural festival, winter carnival. Then notice for lost and found. Notice can be written for tours, fairs, exhibitions, campaigns, seminars, workshop, debates, group talk, appeal. It can be warning, guidelines, certain message in public interest. Even notices for change of name, residence, company, bank account, timings of any organization or any agenda. So these are the types of notices. There are so many types of notices, and all of them have their nature, have their format. In general today, I'm going to tell you a format which is universal, which can be used to write any kind of notice. It may be any kind of notice. You can use one such format which I am going to tell you today. Okay, so I hope you are clear with this notice and types of notice concept. Now students, as you will be writing this informal communication, so you need to be very careful and keep certain points in mind before writing and while writing the notice. Write the name of organization as I have given here. On the top in the center you have to write the name of the organization, institution, office, who is issuing the notice. The word notice, just after the name of the organization, you have to write the word notice in capital letter. Date of issuing, then in which date you have issued that particular notice, you need to mention there. Right in the left side, you have to mention the date of issuing notice. Further, we have very important, that is what is the notice, meaning your subject. What is the subject of notice? I have here written inter-school English debate. So your heading or your subject is to be written there. The content, now let's go to the next step of the notice, that is the content. And in content you need to be very precise, brief, and you have to keep in mind certain things. Those are I have written here, you can see 7 W's of writing. If you answer these 7 W's, you will have a good content. Now, who, what, where, why, when, in what way, for whom, these are the questions you can say, you can answer to write your content or main information which you are passing as notice. Now, there are other things to be kept in mind, like you have to be very much clear with your purpose, then who is writing, name and designation, you have to write right after your notice information. Then language, very important thing, that is you need to be very clear with what kind of language you are writing. It should be lucid, it should be very clear. You should not use slangs, you should not even use pronouns like I, we, you, mine, me, yours, our. These are the pronouns you should not use while writing the notice. Now, choice of tenses depend on the event, where that event and when it is going to be. It has happened, then definitely you will be using past, and if it is going to be there, then definitely you will use certain conditional future tense. So this way you can write notice, and it is really easy, short composition, and whatever points you need to keep in mind, I have already told you those points. According to those points, you can again revise with your format. Once I'll tell you the format and the marking scheme of the notice writing. Now see, in format, what very first you need to write name of the organization, institution, office issuing the notice, meaning who is writing the notice, that particular name should come first right at the top. Then the word notice after the name of the organization. Here I have written GDGIS Surat, name of the organization, and the notice from this particular organization. The word notice should come after that. Then In the left side, you can see 18th March 2020, that is date. It's very important because you are issuing the notice on this particular day and date. Okay, date when the notice is issued, then subject, what is the subject? What for you have written that notice? That is to be conveyed. So, inter-school English debate. Here, for example, it is you're writing to convey the message that we are going to have the inter-school English debate competition, and for that you are informing the people. Now, as I told you, after that you need to write your notice in short and crispy words. So for that, I have given hint that you can use 7 W's and answer these 7 W's. Automatically you will have good content with you. That is who, what, where, why, when, in what way, and for whom. Okay, and who has written this notice? Right after that, you need to mention, like I have mentioned here, Sharma, class 12th, cultural secretary. See, the person, whoever is writing notice, is always authoritative, always some sort of designated person. So you need to write his designation just below his name. Now see, what is the marking scheme, how you will obtain the marks, and how the evaluation is been done, that I am telling now in short. That is, see, if you write properly the name of the organization and the word notice in capital, you will get half marks. Then if you write proper in left side date, then you will obtain again half mark. Only for date, keep in mind, only for date you will obtain half marks. Inter-school English debate, if you write this heading properly, if you write this subject properly, you will obtain half mark. Then main notice, whatever content, whatever information you wanted to pass on, you wanted to convey the message, if you write it properly, you will obtain 2 marks. And finally, the person who has written this notice and his designation, if you write these 2 names, then you will again obtain the half marks. This way, you will obtain 4 marks for notice writing. 4 marks. Okay, so this way you will obtain complete 4 marks. So I hope that you have understood notice writing, short composition,